Hey, everybody. Welcome to the SnoWest Show, powered by Trails West RPM. We've got a couple of Trails West RPM trailers loaded up and ready to go. We just need the snow. We might have to head out east and hit it. I don't know the way it's going here. But this is a special edition of the SnoWest Show podcast. We are doing the Avalanche Alliance 2025 sweepstakes drawing. We're going to call a couple of the winners here on the show a little bit, and we're going to announce the grand prize winners. I'll let Dustin kind of run down some of the prizes that were up for grabs this year, but it was a cool year. A lot of fun things to do. A lot of good prize packages. Carl Kuster Mountain Park was one of the top ones, or going down to Southern Colorado and riding with Matt Entz. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna announce those prizes. We're gonna call a couple of the winners and go over all of that. But before we do that, let me introduce everybody that's here. First off, to my right, we got Dustin Pancheri from Avalanche Alliance, also from Climb. But as far as Avalanche Alliance goes, you and John Summers kind of do a lot of the groundwork there. Matthew Vermer, a lot of people involved in Avalanche Alliance, a lot of great sponsors. Mm-hmm. But you're here representing Avalanche Alliance. Down there next to Dustin, we've got Mark Staples from Gallatin Avalanche Center.
That's right.
This is your second winner, right, up there?
Second winner there. Yeah, kind of back home.
Yeah. So you were down in Utah for a little bit there. But,
almost 10 years in Utah.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah. Good to have you here. So you're going to get into a little bit of some of the avalanche forecasting aspect and some of the funding from Avalanche Alliance has created a lot of fundraising effort and donated to organizations like Gallatin Avalanche Center.
Yeah.
And you'll get into that a little bit more. Over here on this side of the table, we've got our athlete table over here. We're going to have a little ping pong match later, or arm wrestling match. I don't know. Leg wrestling? All right. We'll throw down right here in front of the table. Yeah. Mason Rutledge, Skidoo ambassador, fresh off the heel from Revelstoke.
Yep. Yeah.
Lost your phone up there.
Lost my phone in Revelstoke, but still worth the trip. It's about the only place in the West that has really good snow, so definitely if you got a sled, might as well just make the trip up there right now.
Or Togety. I think Togety's going to be dialed here in a couple days.
Go to Togety.
We'll see about that. Next to Mason, we've got Dan Adams, the legend of the sport, the original Sledneck.
Thank you.
Dan Adams.
Seems weird. Like, do you have to die to get legendary status? Can you just be a legend? Because I don't want to go anywhere just yet.
I hope you're going to stick around for a while.
Anytime I hear the word legend, he was a legend.
You still are.
He is. Okay. Well, I appreciate
it.
It's awesome.
Thanks. So way back, I don't know, mid 2000s, somewhere around there, Greg Painter was doing some of the videos,
Oh, I remember.
And he started doing a side-by-side video. So first year of doing a side-by-side video at the sand dunes, he had Tony Jenkins. And on that video, he introduces Tony Jenkins as legendary snowmobiler Tony Jenkins. This is like 20 years ago. Yeah. Tony's still in high school, basically.
That's awesome.
Down there at the end of the table, we got Arctic Cat. I'm still going to call you Arctic Cat Black Cat. Arctic Cat's Dave McClure. We were just in here. You've been here all morning. We've done some stuff with your mod sled. We did a little podcast on that. This is the second show we've done today, but good to have you in here today, Dave.
This is my new home. I've spent a lot of time in this shop, the SnoWest shop.
If you noticed, I don't have any gas cans in here because you're coming, so I had to hide the gas.
In the Revelstoke trip, I provided all the gas, snowmobile gas, truck gas, everything. So I'm turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, but you have like one of those little spiral notebooks, and you're like writing down every penny you spent, and like these guys owe me $67.24.
Like they use 32.68 liters of fuel. Liters.
No, it's all good.
It's good.
All right. Well, let's start talking about the Avalanche Alliance. Dustin, give us a run through. We were talking before the show, doing a little prep, and Avalanche Alliance started in 2019-ish, somewhere around there.
I think so. Like, my memory is not so good, but I think it's 6 or 7 years, that we're into this now.
How did this come to be? Like, what was the catalyst behind getting this going?
It kind of started as just a casual conversation between John and I. I think we were at lunch or something, and it was right. We were discussing the loss of Rod, and I had a pretty close call, and we were just really kind of frustrated that the power sports industry, the snowmobile industry, didn't have a great resource to help educate riders, and a lot of riders didn't understand where to get avalanche information and forecasts, and there really needed to be a mindset change. The outdoor industry, the human-powered, the avalanche safety is very advanced. It's their mindset is everybody has to be trained. You can't, sometimes they won't let people ski or snowboard with them or whatever if they don't have training. And so the culture is a little bit different there. And we just wanted to come up with some ideas and some ways to start moving the power sports industry in that direction and getting that mindset change, maybe providing some resources. And then the conversation was like, well, that's going to take funds. That's going to take, money to help make those types of things happen. So we decided that if we could come up with some kind of a nonprofit or foundation or something, then we could start raising funds and then figuring out where those donations and start some awareness exercises and things like that to help change the mindset of snowmobilers.
So talk about some of the funding, because you had some phenomenal years. So that had to be like 2000 or 2020. Because if it started with conversation like right after Rob passed, that was March 2020.
Yes.
So you had, Jason Nethercott built that tribute gold sled. The Arctic Cat Ascender with Speed Supercharger. That was a phenomenal year. I mean, that raised over $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
You gave away a Ford F350. You've given away a Lynx snowmobile. Last year we gave away a collector's edition Arctic Cat. We thought it was going to be the last one off the production line, but
Brutal.
Dave's like, I'm leaving.
But how much money has this has Avalanche Alliance brought in?
It's crazy because I wanted to be able to we wanted to do just an assessment before this and understand what those numbers had looked like. And so we kind of sat down and looked at all the numbers over the years. And up to this point, from when we started the Avalanche Alliance, we've raised $749,775. So $750,000.
That's awesome.
Out of that, those funds, $254,000 have been donated via grants to avalanche centers or different areas, maybe transceiver beacon stations at parking lots, weather stations, anything that could be used for the promotion of avalanche safety and education. Forecasting areas that didn't have forecasts, some of those funds got donated to that. And the way that works is we would just send out an invitation to avalanche centers to apply for the grant. Basically say, hey, do you have a project this could be used for? Why do you want it? Who's it going to affect? How much money do you need? And then as a board, we'd go through and kind of decide which ones we felt like were going to be the most effective to the power sports industry. And then on top of that, avalanche education, through the ARI program, $190,000 in scholarships has been awarded to help people further their avalanche education, whether it's on the recreational side or the pro side. They've over doubled the number of professional trainers that are available now to the motorized users. So we've come a long way in the 6 years, basically 5 or 6 years, that with those funds to help make resources available to riders. In addition to that, a website that allows people it's a resource for them to find out, hey, I want to go get training, but I don't know where to go. So there's a list on there of all the providers that they can call, who's in their area. There's also a link to avalanche.org that has daily forecasts for any zone in the U.S. or in North America. So providing the tools that riders need to help keep themselves safe. Like at the end of the day, if we save one life, like we were talking before, like one life, if we make a difference for one people, like that's the goal. Like we want to save lives.
Yeah. So do you feel like this has been successful? like as creating that network for motorized users, do you feel like the Avalanche Alliance has made an impact?
I think we're a part of the impact. It's a big community, right? An Avalanche Alliance is part of a much bigger community of avalanche professionals and clubs and organizations and people, and I think we have been able to contribute to that for sure. And everyone that's been involved in the Avalanche Alliance, from ARI to the providers and instructors, and they've all contributed. The people that have made donations, the companies that have also provided product that we can give away and create those donations. So it's been this huge industry effort.
Yeah, and this might be a myopic point of view just because I'm a snowmobiler, but it seems like this whole effort for the last 5 years has really bridged the gap between motorized and human-powered users, backcountry safety-wise. You know, as far as avalanche education, because Mark, and you can talk to this, like the efforts to go back and forecast for motorized is contributing to some of the knowledge in the forecasting in the overall picture every winter, every day for non-motorized. Is it not?
I don't know if I'm following your question there, Ryan.
Because the motorized user covers so much more backcountry, and we get into different areas, and so you have all of these motorized users reporting avalanche incidents, reporting conditions. You guys having snowmobiles, centers like yourself having snowmobiles and getting able to access more. You're offering an improved backcountry forecast on a day-to-day basis for everybody, not just motorized users.
Yes, definitely.
Is that true?
Yes. I mean, when we can hear about every single avalanche that happens, and certainly you can cover a lot more ground on a snowmobile, and you'll see more stuff. That gives us more data. More data means we can do a better avalanche forecast.
So talk about as far as just the Gallatin Avalanche Center. What kind of an impact has the Avalanche Alliance had as far as these funds going to good use?
Short answer is it's huge. And all avalanche centers wouldn't exist without just a huge group of partnerships and partners that help make it all work. I was thinking about this morning driving down here. If you go back 10, 20, 30, maybe 40 years, depending on when the Avalanche Center was formed, back at that time, it made sense then, and it makes sense now still, to partner with ski areas. They're covered in weather stations, so you have good wind data at multiple elevations, you have snowfall data, and they're also using explosives to test the snowpack. So it's really good information. But it's also really good information for like right there. So at the time, that was a lot of the emphasis, and those were strong partners. But there were all these other huge areas, just thousands of acres where people would go riding. And at the time, that was a little bit of a black hole. There were no weather stations. There were no observations coming in. And if you just jump forward to now, and I've seen it in places like Cook City, the impact of the Avalanche Alliance and the manufacturers and the athletes and the media, and just like Dustin said, everyone involved. Now we have weather stations in those areas. The riders who have just they've just leapt forward by light years in terms of like awareness and education and knowledge. When an avalanche happens, we hear about it right away. And all that has contributed to just much better avalanche forecast for those areas that are way more accurate. And on the education side, the people that are reading the avalanche forecast, they know what to do with that information. The tricky part is, one saying I like to say is that they don't report on the planes that land. Well, when someone comes home after a great day of riding, we don't hear about it. When everything goes wrong and someone dies, we certainly hear about it. But day after day, people are going out, and with the modern sleds, they are tearing it up, and they're coming home safely. So, but it's hard to measure like a non-event, but we know it's happening.
So do you guys? I know you're asking for reports from backcountry users. Would it be helpful to get more reports just on a general day? Like we went out and rode these conditions and we didn't feel any collapse. We didn't see any incidents. Does that help?
It does. Yeah. It, especially when we get a lot of them. As an individual, if you don't get that feedback from the snowpack, it doesn't mean it's good to go. But when we hear that from a lot of different people, now that starts to have some meaning. And then what we can do is we can kind of collect that and push that back out through the avalanche forecast.
So give me kind of just a nutshell, abbreviated view. What does an avalanche center do? You guys, you have a team, and these other avalanche centers have teams that go out on the snow every single day. What are you doing?
Well, everything we do is trying to support getting that avalanche forecast out in the morning. So it may be analyzing and tracking all the layers in the snowpack, because every weather event creates a different layer. It may be going out to fix a weather station that stopped working. It may be going out to link up with some guides who are going to be teaching a class. And it's really kind of a two-pronged approach. One is focused on getting that avalanche forecast out and having good, solid field data behind it. And the other part is education. We used to do a lot more hands-on education with individuals. But like for me, instance, I can go out and I could probably teach half a dozen guys in a class. But if I can go, like I was last weekend, with if I can team up with the Ride Rasmussen guides, they're actually doing a level 1 today. If I can support them, they can teach so many more people than I can. So what's been really cool, Dustin mentioned all the snowmobilers who've become professional instructors. That just has this huge multiplying effect where with the Avalanche Alliance, with Avalanche Centers, we can support all those folks, and then they can teach so many more folks. And you have a snowmobiler teaching a snowmobiler, and we're seeing it already, but I can just imagine a few more years in the future, the level of knowledge just continues to like go sky high. It's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to come over here to you guys. So Mason, let's start with you. You have an experience with avalanches. Do you want to tell that story? Are you comfortable telling that story real quick, or?
Yeah, we can. I mean, to not make it too long-winded, but just kind of the quick story of it, and really explains probably why I have an opportunity to sit at the table with you guys today. But when I was 16 years old, I lost my stepdad in an avalanche. And it's a tough pill to swallow, because now with the education that I have learned, there was a lot of things we messed up on back then, right? But you don't know what you don't know, So looking back at the experience of that day, a lot of new snow on top of a layer that hadn't had snow in a while, probably a little bit icy, deep snow. Being 16 years old, we took beacons, but we didn't have Avi bags. We didn't have shovels, didn't have probes. In my mind as a 16-year-old, I'm like, man, I want to keep up with my stepdad, who I thought was the greatest rider of all time in my eyes. So I'm like, I don't want to pack a backpack and all this stuff because it's just going to slow me down. And I want to try to impress him and do the best that I can. Hindsight, that's a mistake, Whether or not it would have changed the outcome, I don't know, and I don't ponder too much on that, because I was able to learn the lessons. I was able to now help other people say, hey, regardless of what the snow is, we need to have this equipment. We need to have these things, because no 16-year-old or anyone of any age should have to watch a friend or a sibling or a parent be buried and not be able to help them because they don't have the right tools. So as I was kind of listening to you kind of speak about, how the Avalanche Alliance has helped you as an avalanche professional, I think where it's helped me is, I as an ambassador for the sport maybe don't want to teach it. I'm not looking at it to become a profession, but I want to know enough that when I go riding with my buddies, I can relay on some things, some tools that they can use to make sure the equipment's working, right? To kind of on a base layer to say, hey, let's be mindful of the terrain we're going in. And if I can share that, and then they can share that to their buddies, that's kind of what the Avalanche Alliance has done for me. It's opened up my eyes to get some training, not enough to teach it. I'm no expert in it. But it's enough that I can feel comfortable going into the mountains. I feel comfortable with my equipment. So if someday we make a mistake, we can do something about it, and that's kind of the invitation that was given to me from you guys, and I extend to other snowmobilers is just get enough to be safe and to make it so where everyone in your group can come home every day.
Yeah, and everybody who rides the backcountry, whether you're Midwesterners coming out west or you're Westerners pretty comfortable in what you're doing, everybody's at a different level of education and knowledge and experience. So we can all take the next step forward, right?
Right.
So whether you're at the point of you just need some awareness, like you just need to have that thought in your head where you're like, what, I really do need not only the equipment, but I need the education. Like I need to go what to do. And if you're at the little bit higher level where you've been to some seminars, you've been to some dealer shows, and you're like, okay, I get it. I understand it. I need a real class. I need a level 1 class. Mm-hmm. Or if you've done some of the level 1 stuff, and then Dan, we'll get into that with you too, like beyond level 1, it's a continuing education, and every year there's new information out there. If you took a level 1 10 years ago, you're going to learn new stuff if you went and took it this year. Like it's things have changed, technology has changed, all of the equipment and everything has changed so much. Dave, you and I were talking earlier this morning about, when we were doing the other podcast, you were talking about a couple recoveries that you were involved with, and what you learned from just the first recovery. Like what was that experience like? Hey everybody, thanks for watching the SnoWest Show powered by Trails West RPM. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button and check out all of our past episodes and get alerts on new shows. Real quick, I just want to say thanks to the great companies that support the SnoWest Show. Fly Racing is the #1 gear brand in Supercross and Motocross, and they bring that same product innovation to snowmobiling. Whether it's monosuits, helmets, boots, gloves, or goggles, Fly Racing has you covered for your snowmobiling gear head to toe. Check them out at flyracing.com or Fly Racing Snow on socials. And thanks to Deviant Ink for supporting the show. Head on over to deviantink.com and check out their custom wrap builder with their new interactive design tools that make designing and customizing wraps easy. Their new colorizer tool randomizes color combinations until you land on the look you love. Then try the design mixer tool to see all the Deviant Ink designs in the colors you've selected. Check it out at deviantink.com. And thanks to Tempest Optics. These goggles feature an automatic lens heating system that sets the bar for fog prevention. We wear them, so does Steve Martin and Tony Jenkins and a bunch of other riders. They have a huge assortment of lens options that are easy to swap, a lot of different color combinations, photochromatics. We get 3 to 5 rides on a single charge out of these, and they will stay charged for a very long time. No on and off switch to mess with, no external battery pack, no power cords. Just charge them and ride. Check them out at tempestoptics.com and on social media. We've seen EasyLink on trucks, snowmobiles, and UTVs for a while now. EasyLink connects your truck, your UTV, and your snowmobile with one device, making diagnostics, recalibrations, flash support, and factory functions easier than ever. One device, one platform, all your machines connected with EasyLink. See more at easylink.com. Ibex is your one-stop shop for clutching, tuning, intakes, and turbo performance for your Polaris, Skidoo, Lynx, and Arctic Cat snowmobiles. We've tested Ibex's clutching kits and found gains in mountain riding. Same goes for ECU tuning and their turbo kits for Arctic Cat 858s. Give your sled the boost it deserves with quality components from Ibex this season. Check them out at ibex.com or ibex_LLC on Instagram. Caliber Products has been the leader in trailer glides and snowmobile shop wheels for years, but did you know they also do flooring for trailers and shops, ramps, and a bunch of other accessories? One of the coolest things they offer is the Traction Ladder HD. This allows your track to engage with the ramp sooner for safer, more controlled loading on any sled deck ramp or bed loading ramp. Check out all the products Caliber offers at caliberproductsinc.com. Thanks for listening, and now back to the show.
Yeah, I mean, Mason kind of took me right back to 2005 when I'm just hanging out up in Island Park, and a kid comes riding up to me. He's like, "There's been an avalanche. Do you guys have Avi gear?" And at the time, I was like, "Yeah, I do," and never used them. And so it was a unique situation because, we're away from the accident. We didn't see the avalanche happen at all. And I had 10 minutes probably to for my adrenaline just to go skyrocket. And I show up on this avalanche, and again, I didn't even see it happen. There was already 10, 15 people searching, but I remember my adrenaline going so crazy that it was hard for me to even function. And I look at that experience, and now after I've been involved with 3 different recoveries or 3 different avalanche incidences, and even my second one, this was before I even took a level 1 course. My second one, I was like the leader of the group, and I was calm and collected, and that's what they teach you in the level 1 course is, and like in Rob's situation, I mean, we went across that hillside, with our beacons out and kind of in an orderly fashion, and it wasn't chaos, and so I'm glad, but that's where the level 1 is so good. I mean, they put you in situations. I've done the level 2, I've done the rescue courses, all of them. They'll put you in different situations that get your blood going, get your adrenaline going, and sometimes in those situations your brain goes to mush. But the more you practice, the more it's just kind of muscle memory, and you're ready, and you're prepared, and you can act rather than getting all flustered.
So kind of like sports, like you can sit there and watch sports, you can sit there and watch baseball, basketball, whatever, and you can be like, I could do that. Throw me in, coach. I'll go down there and do that. But if you actually were to go in to a game situation, it's a high pressure, high stakes thing. And you don't, you think you know what's going on, and you think you know what you need to do, and you think you know that you can turn and get your equipment out of your bag that quick, and you're gonna switch into search, and you're gonna get everybody organized and get everybody on the same page immediately without training, without practicing this. Like it's just not going to come together, and that's kind of what you experienced the first time in Island Park.
Right. Yeah, and after every course I've ever taken, my lungs are burnt because I've just like gone full, as you know, given it up my all, and I think that's the way they set up those trainings, is to be, you know, realistic, and that's what we all need. I mean, I've heard it said before that in order to have a mountain snowmobile, you should be required to take a level 1 course, and I don't know if require is the right word, but I strongly advise it. It definitely helps.
Hey guys, Dan Adams here with Next Level Riding Clinics. Sitting here in the front part of this trailer, there's just so many memories that I've had with these trailers and with Trails West as a company. These guys are just born and bred snowmobilers, and they just think the way we do, and I love knowing that each and every day that I hook onto one of these things and go ride.
So
Dan, let's go to you for a bit. So years and years of teaching. I mean, and you are a phenomenal teacher.
Thank you.
I've been to Next Level. I've hung along with you in the background as you teach the course, and watched and observed, and the way you can instruct people is great. Like and you're a take charge kind of guy. Part of the Next Level Riding Clinics thing has always been a little bit of avalanche training.
It has.
Not like on snow level 1, but dang near close.
Yeah.
And then part of like going out, okay, you're going to go out with Dan Adams and you're going to learn how to ride a snowmobile. But part of that is, hey, there's a bag buried over here. We're going to run through the scenario and everything. How many guys show up thinking that they know everything that they need to know about avalanche?
Hardly any on that side. I mean, people that think they know how to snowmobile, that's a lot of them, right? I mean, just because of maybe their friend group or where they're used to riding, something like that. We do get a lot of that sort of parking lot talk of like somebody that thinks that they know what they're doing once they're in the backcountry, and our backcountry is just a little bit different from what they're used to. Not saying that they're not good riders, it's just there's a level system there, right? Maybe it's why we called it Next Level.
Have you seen a change since you started Next Level, or since you were doing all the stuff you were doing on sleds before that? Well, that mentality about avalanche preparedness.
Absolutely.
Like people not taking it seriously, and then all of a sudden, like, this is just part of snowmobiling.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, and kudos to the Avalanche Alliance for being able to just bring that message to that many more people, right? And that's all we've ever done. I mean, we all have a story. Every one of us, the reason why we're at this table is that we've had an instance or instances that have kind of brought us to this spot. And I mean, it was all just the things that I wished I would have known then. So not unlike teaching people how to snowmobile, it was this process of how many things I did wrong in order for me to finally get it right, and then just started to just continue to push that out there to so many other riders. The Avi stuff, it was all, I mean, my experience with it was the catalyst to why I even took a level 1. Like it was, and that was, I think, maybe the message that's here is like, we're always saying, well, why wait? Like, you know, you noticed after Rob Kincaid passed that there was a lot of influence that started getting directed towards, we really truly do need to go get the training. And then providers started coming out. There was that much more, and I think social media helped with a lot of this as well, right? We're all, I mean, some of us are at the table that are old enough that there was a ton of this stuff going on prior to this stuff that was in your face. To your point, Mark, was like, when an avalanche or an incident happens, we know about it like this. Like there's already been a really big slide up North Willow Creek this year. We saw that from Luke and Caden Rainey's post. Doesn't look like anyone was in it, and I don't even think that it was, you know, I don't think it was set by someone, but we see that stuff the moment that it happens. And so that's what's uniquely different about sort of this generation that we're in, is that all of that information is right there in front of us. Back in my day, we had to go get it. Like my first level 1, you know, in 2009, there were 28 people in the class, and I was the only snowmobiler. You know, and then that same year, I took my very first wilderness first response class. There were 38 people in that class, again, only snowmobiler. And it was just mindset, and then just being able to change that over time. And I think that it has. I think that we have started to really get people clued into this, and whether that's more providers, more information, you know, why we started a YouTube channel. I mean, so much of this stuff was just point and click and get some information and then get out of it. I think there are still people that are a little bit freaked out about the time and the money to be able to come out, and especially when they don't live in our area, to designate 3 days for a complete level 1. And that'd be the reason why I started. And I mean, it followed suit to what like a rescue course would be through any one of these programs. But I developed a 1-day avalanche preparedness class. And from all of the experience that I'd had, including personal, nearly personal loss, I mean, what started Next Level was, December 2nd, 2007, when I nearly lost, one of my best friends, a friend that still works for me to this day. And I did everything in my power on the snow that day to not save his life. And it's because I didn't have a plan. I had the gear, but I had zero skill set to even what to do with this stuff. So going out and buying the gear is just one tiny component to all of this. Learning how to truthfully use that, and then setting yourself up for success, or having these conversations with your riding group, whether or not you walk around with a level 1, a level 2, a rescue, like you have some certification in your pocket. I don't know if that's all I'm going off of. I go off of like real world, like, do you have experience with this? It's about like you got a handgun under your seat, but I don't really know if you know how to use that dang thing. Like when it counts, right? Mm-hmm. So practice, practice, practice. And you guys have heard me say this. It's kind of this line that I will continue to use, and that's that practice isn't ever going to make me perfect, but it is certainly going to make me more prepared. And that part is, I think, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, whether you do it as a job, whether snowmobiling is like your only vice, I would also stress that when we go ride, we go out and we ride with our favorite humans, with our favorite people on the planet. You're not out there with somebody you're like, man, if something happened to this guy today, I'm not that freaked out about it. Like, that's not the case at all. It's everybody that we love. Mm-hmm. And so knowing that each time that I hit the snow, each time I get the guys together and I'm like, hey, we're going to do a beacon check. And I know we're in a hurry. I know there's a pile of other people in the parking lot, and they're going to get out and potentially get those fresh tracks before us. I don't care. We're going to go through each piece of our equipment. We're going to make sure that it's there. Everybody within my riding group, because it looks as if between Next Level and Polaris and all of us together, that these riding groups are this big. But the core riding group, the riding group that I trust and that I go with, is this big. And I do that on purpose. I want to go out there making sure that we're going to go have a riot on snowmobiles. I mean, we're going to go have the best day that we could possibly have, but I want to go home. And I want to have people that are with me that have that exact same mindset. And I think that that's really helpful. So it's about conversations. Sometimes it's even about the unspoken agreement, like the agreement that you've all made the moment we set foot out of the trailer. We've looked at the forecast. It looks like it's maybe a heavy day. Let's all be watching each other's butts. Let's go have a good time. We don't have to ride the bunny hill, but let's go out and let's really watch for ourselves. And if you have that kind of training and you continue to do it, it kind of reminds me of like special ops teams, like a SWAT team or something like that. It's like a brotherhood. It's like this connection that they all have, that maybe they're not having to go through it every single time, but they've done it enough times together that it's just like clockwork. Yeah. So something happens, whether it's somebody within your own group or somebody that's outside of your group, your crew just comes together and you just know what to do and when to do it. And that's that, do I and am I confident that if there were an avalanche, could I lead in that rescue? And the answer would be absolutely.
Yeah. And before we get into the prizes here, we'll talk about that in just a minute and then announce the winners. But while you three are here, and Dan, I'll go back to you first, but will you just run through like a pre-ride checklist, like just for everybody that's watching? Like, let's let somebody go home with a little bit of information here. Like, say the 6 of us show up, we meet up to ride. We're in the parking lot at Gray's, or we're in your parking lot at Next Level. Yeah. And we're going to go out. So you got 6 people in the group. Run through the pre-ride checklist. What do you do every single morning with your group? Yeah. So my ritual is obviously checking the forecast. And if you ride in an area that doesn't have one, we're always talking about sort of sharing that, or using, like if you use the Avalanche Forecast app and you can kind of get close enough. It's another cool thing about social media where you can reach out. I think that this information is out there. I don't know as we get to truly say anymore, well, we didn't know it was dangerous. It's about like going out there and saying, well,
I send up a smoke signal because I didn't have anything else. I think that technology is helping us so much. When you see like a lost rider out there, you're like, you do know that you had the option. We don't have to do this 127 hours and you didn't tell anybody where you went, and this is why you had to cut your arm off with a screwed up knife. Like there's so much information, so many cool gadgets between sat phones, a Spot, a Garmin. Heck, our cell phones now, guys, have GPS or satellite tech on them. I mean, it's just so silly, right? So let's check the forecast. Based on the forecast, maybe that's the first intro conversation you have with your group. Even if it is a moderate or considerable, or maybe the elevation where you're riding, maybe it doesn't look that bad. I'm still going to go over it. We're still going to talk about specifics, especially if temp or wind is involved, because then it just comes of like how I'm going to dress or what else I'm going to need. If it's a wet, soaking wet morning day, do I need more gloves? Is that something I should share with the group? So there'll be a little bit of that goes into it. And then I'd simply start with a wagon wheel. A wagon wheel for me is an awesome way. It doesn't really matter how many people I have within a group. I usually become the hub of that wagon wheel. I'll have all of my people that are riding with me that day get their transceivers out. If somebody's already turned their transceiver on and they've taken a peek at it, because we do want to check battery life, I will actually have them turn it off, turn it back on, and yell out their battery life. So if it's a peeps and it's a number of bars or it's something like that, but if it's a number, I want them to yell it out. I just want to know where it is, because it lets me know that they've actually looked at it. They didn't just, accidentally leave it on from the day before, or they just say, and I say battery life is good, and they just go, yeah. I just want to know that they've looked at it. So from there, I'd have everybody in the group go into search mode. I'd keep my transceiver into send. So I am actually the one that they are looking for. Instead of them working towards me, I go towards them, and I just work around that wagon wheel. I make sure that every one of those transceivers are actually picking me up. So we get through the end of that. I'll come back to my center, and then I'll tell everybody else to go ahead and turn your transceivers back to send, right? And then go ahead and stow them. So put them back in your pocket, your harness, wherever the heck it's going to go. Put it away. And then I will turn my transceiver into search, and now I will just follow around that same every spoke of the wheel. And then when I get to the very last one, say it's Mason, we'll get to Mason. I'll make sure that my transceiver is picking him up. Now that his transceiver is put away, I've canceled all of the variables, as if I was to do that backwards, where every one of them would have been a variable, if you guys can follow me. I am now in search mode. He's seeing me. I am picking him up. I will take my transceiver back into send and go ahead and stow it. So we've done a big group check with our transceivers. From there, I will tell everybody, look to your left, and everybody, let's inspect everyone's backpacks. So we can do this again where you're like a nod of like, hey, does everybody have your backpack? If it's an electronic bag, is it turned on? If there is a way to look to see if that backpack is turned on, can we go ahead and look through a sight window? Thank God for Climb backpacks, and we have that ability to do that, right? Sometimes those flashing lights take a little bit of time before you can see them. Don't care. I want to know that it's on. Can you guys imagine having all of this equipment on us and we didn't turn it on? Like, it's pretty important. And when you get excited about a blue sky POW day, and remember that we're all still very habit-forming people, we get in this habit of like, I've left it on. It's fine. It was fine yesterday. I don't know why you're going to continue to do this. And it's because I want to come home too, like the whole thing. And so look to your left. Make sure that that backpack is turned on. If it's a pull cord, make sure it's a pull handle. It's out. It's ready. It's activated. And then it's a quick unzip that top zipper. All of our backpacks these days, color-coded zippers, pretty easy. Unzip the thing, probe, shovel handle, shovel blade, whatever else is in there. We're just doing a quick equipment check or gear check. I'll key everybody on the mic, make sure that everybody's on the same radio channel. And beyond that, I mean, we're just essentially going through that's my SWAT team. That's my crew. So that the moment that we leave, if we don't have Siri helping us, there's not somebody else up there doing a check. More often than not, guys, I'll go right by a beacon check station. And it's because I've already done my own. I really have. I have seen a check station used incorrectly and giving people a false sense of their own safety. I would say it happened right at the Grays River. I watched a guy that was standing right next to the check station, and the green halo was sitting there flashing, and guess what? It's because it's reading him, and he's waving his guys through. Just continues to look over at the green halo.
Well, he's just standing right by it.
And he's just standing right by it. And there's instructions right on there.
Yeah.
Right? There really is. He was on an Arctic Cat, which We're just going to leave that one alone.
I can't believe you made it 37 minutes before that happened.
One thing I was thinking about while Dan was going, he did a great job at kind of going through that kind of pre-ride. But really all it takes is just one guy in the group. And it seems like most groups there always tends to be the leader of the group a little bit. It just happens. But all it takes is one person just say, hey, anybody look at the forecast? And instantly the 6 dudes in your pickup pull out their phone, and everyone's looking at it all of a sudden. You kind of get a feel and you talk about it. And then it takes out one guy to say, hey, pull out your beacons really quick. Hey, you got your shovel? Like it doesn't seem like it has to be this big, complicated thing. Like it takes a couple of minutes out of your day, but it just starts with one guy just saying, hey, do you have that? Do you do this? And then one thing I'd like to add to it that I found myself, throw in my gear bag now is a bunch of batteries. I have a bunch of AA, AAA batteries in there. Great because how often does someone's beacon, the number's starting to get a little low? It's like, hey, let's just throw some batteries in there really quick. Or, it seems like everything I wear snowmobiling now has to be plugged in. It's easy to forget to plug something in, right? Anymore, it might be tripping my breaker because I have so many things that I got to plug in. But throw some batteries in there, so if you need to throw them in an Avi bag, at least it's recharging. Maybe it's not 100%, but at least we're getting some juice to it, If you have the means, have an extra one. Have an extra beacon, extra radio, extra Avi bag hanging in the trailer, If you don't, at least throw some batteries in there. I think that's super helpful, and it'll keep it because say your beacon reads, 20%, it's got super low, and it's like, I don't know. It's probably going to die that day. Or if it doesn't, let's say Dan's beacon reads 20%, I get buried. Probably the second he turns it on, he might get a whole whopping couple of seconds to search for me, and it's dead. And then it's like, well, that's pointless at that point, So just a couple little tidbits like that just throw a little extra gear in there to whatever your means allow. But I think most people, if you're riding snowmobiles, you can probably afford a few extra batteries.
And one thing I learned, we had Mike Duffy in here a couple weeks ago, and that podcast is coming out here soon. Great conversation with Mike, who's a certified trainer as well out of Colorado. And he just hammered, he's like, man, people are just too reliant on just the fact that they have the equipment. The knowledge is as important or more important than just owning the equipment. If you don't know how to use it, if you don't know how to read an avalanche forecast, if you're not thinking about your day, taking the avalanche forecast and formulating an actual plan based on the avalanche forecast to avoid getting into that situation in the first place, it's pointless to have the equipment. And Mark, you somewhere in the conversation before the show, this came up that you've got an analogy that you go off of as far as like looking at terrain and predicting terrain and choosing terrain.
Yeah.
You want to go into that?
You want to talk about that now?
I do, yeah.
Okay, well, it's kind of terrain and snowpack a little bit. But when you're out there, there are a lot of hazards. But in terms of the avalanche hazard, some avalanches are like a rattlesnake. So it's really important to know the one you're dealing with. If it's a rattlesnake and you can know that it's over in that corner, then all I got to do is just not go over there and monkey with it. It'll stay over there. I can stay over here and we're good. I'm not going to get caught in an avalanche. Other avalanches are like a big grizzly sow with cubs. You can't be in the same county as her or she's going to come get you. And when you're dealing with that type of avalanche, you have to just go so far out of your way to get around some of these big hills and things. When it's the rattlesnake, you can dance all over the mountains and just you still can get hurt if you stick your hand in there. But if you know where that rattlesnake is, you can go all over the place and have a great day. And so the point is that we tend to go to the same areas. We tend to park in the same places a lot of times. And the point is depending on the type of avalanche problem you're facing, you might have to really radically adjust how you travel. And other days you can really get after it, maybe just change a couple small things. Don't stick your hand in that hole where that rattlesnake is.
Yeah. So an Avi pack, a transceiver, a shovel, a probe, these aren't going to keep you from getting caught in an avalanche. These are just going to increase your odds of survival if you do or if somebody in your group does. The thing that can keep you out of an avalanche, though, is your brain. Like that's why Avalanche Alliance and ARI push level 1 classes. They're so important. They're beyond just a dealership training course or just some of the general discussion that you hear. Those are good to create the awareness and then take that awareness and go get a level 1 class. Like more on snow training.
And everything that Dan talked about before, like those are all preparation things, right? And we go get education to learn how to be prepared, because that's the time to prevent the avalanche, to make sure we never ever have to have the phone call or have the scare or whatever it is, right? Those other tools are okay. Now we're past the preparation stage. We can't affect preventing it anymore. Now it's a reaction to a bad situation, and so there's a whole section of training that goes along with that as well, right? Like, okay, now mistakes been made, however you want to say it. We have a very short amount of time to save somebody, and if mistakes get made there as well, then that's the worst possible outcome. So it's a matter of making it second nature. One of the analogies that I like to make when we were doing our Avalanche Alliance awareness tour with Dan and Matt was, it's kind of like flying an airplane. Guys, there's plenty of people that can afford to go out and buy an airplane. Do they know how to fly it? I mean, you can buy the airplane, but can you safely fly the airplane? And I think traveling into the backcountry is the exact same scenario. We can buy our snowmobiles and our pickups and our trailers. We can, put our aftermarket cans and do all the stuff that sounds really, really fun. That doesn't mean we know how to safely come home. And so it's all about the amount of effort we're willing to put in, for one, to learn how to prevent a problem, and two, can we react if we find that problem, if we get in a problem.
That's right. Two main focuses of level 1 is tools and resources to not get into an avalanche. And then when you are in an avalanche, tools and resources of how to go and perform successful rescue. I mean, it's really what it is. And then it's not just saying that, right? And then you got some card in your back pocket. It's truthfully going out and spending that, that time on snow. Like, really do understand, transceivers aren't easy. I mean, they're just not. There's not this thing that is just that intuitive, where I would love the idea that, we're out riding in an area and someone's in an avalanche, and let's say Mark is the one that is missing from the group, and Mark was labeled as a red dot. I'm the green dot, and I just go put the red dot over the green dot, and that's where he is. I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, it seems like that technology should exist, but the fact that it doesn't, and it does take a bit more training than that, would be a reason why let's not learn how to do this in an actual, like there's a heartbeat under the snow. Mm-hmm. Let's learn how to do this while it's just simulated, and let's get it dialed enough to where, like we've talked about, where your adrenaline is high, you start making mistakes. It'd be really cool, and I can successfully say now that even if I had somebody that's under the snow that I really do care about, I'd have way more of the ability to stay calm and actually go through the sequence of, okay, this is what we need to do. And because it's a group effort, and everybody's hanging on to tools that he can either really make this a successful rescue, or they can really screw it up, that'd be the other reason why we'd want to practice. You need to know your riding group.
And there's no guaranteed second chances ever. Like, you may get one shot to get it right. That's it.
Sure.
And like the airplane analogy, how many hours do pilots have to put in before they can get a license? Practice, right? I mean, you don't necessarily have any room for error if you're a pilot. And I would say, again, it's the exact same thing for us. Like, it's practice. Don't just go take the level 1, say, yep, I've done it, now we can go ride the backcountry for the rest of our lives. Practice with your people, practice with your equipment, practice different scenarios, like that second nature feeling to be able to be calm, as Dan's talking about. That's the key to eliminating mistakes.
Yeah.
And can I ask I'm just curious, I want to share it was one of my favorite quotes. I find it kind of funny, but I think there's when we talk about all the things we should do because of what can go wrong, we can also flip it around and talk about the benefits of all this education or training. But I got a ride with this guy one time, and he's like, oh yeah, I used to be a snowmobiler. I had to stop. I was going to kill myself. I'm like, well, why is that? And he goes, because the only good days are the red days.
I knew you were going to say it. So good, dude. Stuck with me ever since.
I was like, I guess it doesn't have to be that way, but if that was your risk management decision, I guess you'll stay alive. But yeah, I'm just curious how that.
I think this one is going to sink in too for a lot of people is like the expert halo, and we would all fall into this category at some point. And it's actually happened to me, guys, like you wouldn't believe. I mean, you can't operate for the amount of years. So this, it's been 17 seasons of Next Level, and I would continue to tell people, training or not, that we've been going in and out of the backcountry for that many years, and we've been getting lucky. You can't always, no matter how good you think you are, no matter how safe you think you're playing it, Mother Nature, when she's pissed, there are things that can and have happened. I mean, in 2021, the first riding clinic of that season, I had 4 people in a run-out zone. And it was the talk in the morning. It was the check, the group check. It was Avalanche equipment working properly that turned that into a big lesson. But it was a life lesson and everybody was alive. And it was a crazy one. And I'd also say that, like we were just talking, I had to just mention this because you were saying that all of the tools, all of this stuff out there, those aren't things that are going to prevent you from being in an avalanche. It was your brain. I would also say to trust your gut. I didn't that day, and that day nearly cost me, maybe have costed someone their life, but would have easily cost me my career. And that was really, really tough. And those are lessons that are, is it PTSD? And the answer is yeah. And there's 2 types of that, right? You have this post-traumatic, but then I think you also have pre, meaning that now I go into each season and I have these emotional bookmarks with me of like, okay, the moment that you think that this is awesome, remember that doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how fast you think you can go from right here to there. You know, if the writing's on the wall and the conditions are what they are, Mother Nature could still beat you at this point. And so understanding that I don't care how rad your sled is. I don't care what your commitment to snowmobiling is, all of those things. I don't care how many of these classes that you took. If you aren't willing to trust your gut, understand the knowledge, and then have that conversation within your crew, that expert halo is going to get you every time. You're just as susceptible to an Avi or being caught in one as anybody else out there, whether they were trained or not. You have to understand and respect what is happening there.
Yeah. And I personally think that a lot of people approach the avalanche stuff from a standpoint of, okay, I have my probe, I have my shovel, I have my transceiver, I have my pack. Somebody gets buried, I'm ready to go. I think I'm prepared for that. And it's like, okay, well, you're taking the standpoint of approaching your avalanche gear and education from you're ready to go dig somebody out. Put yourself under the snow.
There you go.
Right.
Okay, now it's a totally different mindset. Now you're like, man, do I really want to ride with you? Do I really want to ride with you? Do I really want to ride with you? You need to go get more education before I ride with you.
And I'll add to that too. The other variable is, I went to a training at a dealer night. I'm good. I'm educated because I went to a training. I went to a dealer 2-hour training. Like that was what got me actually, because I'd been to 3 or 4 of those, and I'm like, I'm good. I got a bunch of training, and then we went out and we got in a slide. Because we didn't have we hadn't really got like a level 1, level 2 on snow, like practice the whole 9 yards, right? Yeah. So it's like we can deceive ourselves pretty easy if we haven't taken the time to really understand what we need.
Yeah, for sure.
That's an interesting. I'm glad you brought that up, Ryan, because I was actually on skis one time. Fortunately, I was caught in a massive avalanche. I was with my buddy Dave Brown, who's a ski patroller, and he practices every week at a minimum. Doing rescues. And what I remember, and it gets back to what you were saying, was at first it breaks and I'm in kind of denial for a second. And I'm like, oh my, I'm actually like in an avalanche. And I was tumbling and, all the superlatives, it was pitch black. I had snow packed on my throat. I couldn't breathe. Didn't know which way was up and down. I was hurtling down the mountain. And then this like moment of calm came over me. And I thought, it's going to be okay. Dave's gonna take care of me. I knew that he was going to take care of me and he was going to drag me out of there. And I often think, though, what would I have thought if I had any doubts about my partners? That would have been terrifying.
In that moment.
Instead, I was calm because I knew Dave was going to take care of me. But if the situation had been different, that would have been an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, let's move into the next section of the show.
This is the fun part.
We're going to give away some prizes. Dustin, give us a rundown on what the prizes were.
All right, so prizes this year, we changed it up a little bit. If you're familiar with what we've done in the past, we've always had some kind of a physical prize. We wanted to try something a little bit different and do some trips. There's a lot of really great opportunities in the industry to ride and be educated by some amazing riders. So in order to kind of make it fun, we decided to put together 2 trips and give the grand prize winner the option to pick one of those trips. And so we teamed up with Carl Kuster and Matt Enns, who both have awesome riding programs and areas and lodges and just amazing places. I've been to both of them, and they're beautiful spots. The grand prize winner is going to get to pick their choice of a trip to ride with either Carl and his crew or Matt and his crew. So it's a trip for two, 3 to 4 nights lodging, all meals included, 2 days guided riding or workshop, snowmobile rentals if need be, fuel and oil, and up to $1,000 travel budget. So it's a complete package, probably very little out of pocket cost, if any. So the grand prize winner will get to pick which one of those they would like to attend. Now the second winner gets the other trip that the grand prize winner didn't pick, if that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain this. So the grand prize winner gets to pick their destination, and then the second winner will get the remaining trip. So we're giving 2 trips away for 2 winners, but the grand prize winner gets to pick. Then the first prize is a Marlon Explorer 2 sled deck. Marlon's been a great partner of the Avalanche Alliance for the last 5 years. We've done a sled deck with them every year. So some lucky winner will get that. Second prize is a Climb gear package, head to toe, including an Avi bag. And third prize, again, BCA kicking out huge for us this year. They've been a great partner as well. They've got a safety package that they're kicking in as well. So $20,000, $30,000, I don't even know what it adds up to in prizes this year for winners. And I think we're going to try to call somebody live.
Yeah, we are. Do we want to run backwards though? Let's announce the third prize, second prize, first prize, and then we'll call the grand prize winner. You want to get that right, or do you want to call the grand prize guy?
Normally,
right
I would say yes, but I think somebody's in a time-sensitive situation right now that we probably need to make a call, so maybe we better start.
All right, so grand prize winner. Let's just get him on the line here. All right.
Oh, why is my phone ringing?
Totally stole my line.
Yeah. You were waiting all night for that one.
Guys, you're going to have to excuse me. I'm getting a call.
Yeah.
Dang it. That was perfect.
We need some background music. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, this is Ryan Harris with SnoWest Magazine. How are you doing?
Good.
Is this Kristen? Am I saying that right, Kristen?
Yeah, Christian.
Christian Matlock, out of Shedden, Ontario, Canada. You signed up for Avalanche Alliance, donated some money, entered to win some prizes. Do you remember doing that?
I'm going to be honest with you, no, but I'm sure I did.
Well, then you're in luck.
Well, man, I got some good news for you. You're on the line. We're in the middle of the SnoWest Show podcast, and I've got Mason Rutledge, Dan Adams, David McClure, backcountry riders here. I've got Dustin Pancheri from Climb and Avalanche Alliance, and we have Mark Staples here from the Gallatin Avalanche Center. And we're all here to talk to you because you are the grand prize winner.
Cool. That's exciting.
Well, if you don't remember entering, you might not even remember what the prizes were.
I have no idea what it is, and I didn't even look to see what it was because the 2 hours have been killing me, to be honest.
That's awesome. Well, hey, Christian, this is Dustin Pancheri with Climb and the Avalanche Alliance. So since you don't remember what you entered for, I'm going to run down the prizes here for you real quick. And you actually have a choice to make now. So the grand prize was actually a choice. It was a choice between 2 trips. A trip to either ride with Carl Kuster and his crew in British Columbia, or to ride with Matt Entz and his crew in southern Colorado. So you can pick which trip you would like to take. It's a trip for you and a guest. It's 3 to 4 nights lodging, all meals included, 2 days worth of guiding and workshops. There's 2 snowmobile rentals for free if needed, fuel and oil included, and up to $1,000 travel budget to help you get to your destination. So now, I wish we had a drum roll. No pressure here, but you got to pick your destination.
That's a tough pick. I got a sled sitting in Sycamoose right now.
Oh, so there's close, yeah.
That's close by, so I'm thinking the Colorado might be a cooler experience. No offense to Colorado.
A little bit different territory. So is that your final answer?
Well, what's the lodging like in Colorado? It's pretty damn cool.
You know what? Luckily I've actually spent some time at Matt Ence's place in his lodge, and I'll just tell you right now, don't even worry about the lodging because Jessie Ence is an amazing cook. She'll feed you well. That's the best part of the trip. Like, that family takes good care of you. But the lodge is nice. You'll love it there.
You know, I'm going to Second Moose on January 7th. So let's do Colorado.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, hey, on behalf of the Avalanche Alliance and everybody here with me during this podcast, I want to congratulate you. Thank you for your donation and helping us promote avalanche safety and provide avalanche resources to snowmobilers. You are going on a trip to ride with Matt Ence and his crew.
That's incredible. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
All right.
congrats, buddy.
So I tell you what, we've got a couple more prizes to give away here, so we will let's give you a call back here after a bit and we can work out some details. But again, just thank you so much for your donation.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That's incredible. I'm excited.
You have a great day, man.
Thanks. You guys as well.
All right, somebody will be in touch later on. Thanks, Christian.
Awesome. Thanks. Have a good one.
See you.
Bye.
All right, now we're going to call the second guy now.
We're going to call the second guy now. And we got to do a little background on this.
This is going to be so good.
This, depending on who you are, you could say this looks bad or good. I don't know. But so this next winner is actually somebody Dan and I know. And I want to kind of preface this a little bit because this is one of those guys that gives a lot back to the industry. He does a lot of things. He's part of
the High Flight Heroes.
The High Flight Heroes. Yep. And they've raised a ton of funds to work with veterans and first responders and things like that. So this is such a deserving person for this, and I'm super excited to give him a call. So Ryan,
you ready for that?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Hopefully he answers. He's a very busy guy.
If he's not on a Zoom,
Yeah,
we'll see.
Hello.
Hey, Ben, what's up?
Hey, doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Can I get a quote on a deck?
You can get whatever you want. You want me to come meet you? I'll come quote you. You know what? Hey, by the way, I need $1 million. So I hear you're the guy to ask for it.
There you go. There you go. Hey, actually, Ben, we're live on the SnoWest Show podcast. I've got.
I love it.
I've got Dustin Pancheri here. You know him really well. Mark Staples from Gallatin Avalanche Center. Mason Rutledge from Skidoo. David McClure from Articat, and your buddy Dan Adams here. We're all here live, listening to you, talking to you. We've got an announcement for you, and I'll let Dustin take it from here.
Hey, buddy.
All right. Let's hear it. Yes.
This has been killing me for the last hour. Well, actually, since yesterday when I found out. And it's kind of fitting because I remember you calling me saying, hey, I want to donate. We were having some issues with the website, and you were persistent, and you made it happen, and you made a donation. So thank you for that. I'm excited to tell you that you are one of the winners of the prizes. You are actually the winner of a trip to ride in British Columbia with the Carl Kuster Mountain Crew. You won one of the trips, buddy.
Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty crazy. Holy cow.
Which
Look
at
at
this
you
point,
guys go.
it's the only place in the world with snow, so you're really fired up with that, too.
They actually have snow there.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, we got to get our passports ready so we can go, as you know.
It's in the mail, my friend.
I got to renew mine, so we might have to figure that out.
Yeah, I guess you didn't really think about that.
I gotta brush up on my usage of A all the time.
You betcha.
Well, I just know that
You
we're going to
betcha.
get us some Tim Hortons, so we'll be good to go.
You going to get it in a bag?
Big.
Yeah.
Nice work, Benny.
Well, thank you. That's pretty cool. That's
That's very
awesome. I
cool.
mean, I'm excited to help out, and I always enjoy donating, and obviously working with Dustin and Dan and you, Ryan, in a lot of different aspects. And giving Dave a hard time because, once in a while he'll talk to me when he's not too cool,
He's just getting beat up today, man.
All Dave wants to do is sell me Fox Shock.
Dude, I was like, I know this guy. This is my buddy Ben.
Yes.
This is so
No,
good.
all you guys are awesome. It's great to get a chat and spend time and all the above. So we enjoy giving each other a hard time. So that's great.
Well,
Yeah, we're excited, dude. Congratulations. We appreciate your donation. And honestly, you've done a lot of things to give back to the snowmobile industry and the power sports industry and the work you guys also do with first responders and veterans and all that stuff. So couldn't be more excited to call you and give this trip away to you. And
yeah,
and just congrats and thanks again.
couldn't happen to a better guy. I mean, you've been so
Well,
dude. You've
thank
been
you.
so giving. We've talked a little bit about the high flight and just the use of
Yeah.
your cabin, and we're doing it all again this year. I think it's just absolutely awesome that your name popped up, buddy. So you've kept
That's great.
you've kept the lights on at Next Level for many years. I know that you've kept the lights on at Action Motorsports for a long time. I mean, you're practically family over there too. So this is awesome. Well, I guess we get to go and have that skidoo feeling.
Yeah.
Carl's
you're watching,
facility
yeah.
is top notch.
I can't wait.
His
Yeah.
setup is so amazing.
Maybe
I've
that's
been
why I
there.
was so excited about this, is I knew Benny was going to invite me.
Well, no. What about me?
Hey, he's my buddy too. I'm going.
now Dave and Ben are best friends.
I'm
Ben, now
open for all you guys going because I'm okay taking a Polaris and an Arctic Cat.
Mason's over here going,
Jason's
wait, I'm the
working on
skidoo guy.
Supercharger
I'm-
right now.
I'm family to Canada. I ride the skidoo, so
Well, this is gonna be one big ride.
we're all going.
Oh, man. Well, you got a trip, but
Yeah,
man,
right.
you got some extras. So it's going to
Wow,
be
no
good.
kidding. That's awesome.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
dude.
Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Love helping out. Love what you guys do. All of you, really, for what you do for the sport and all of the above. So we love it. So, and you guys are amazing. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. We appreciate you too. I will be in touch on the rest of the details here after a bit.
Okay.
Thanks,
All
buddy.
right.
Congratulations.
All right, congrats, Ben.
See ya.
Congrats.
Yep. Thanks.
Yep.
Bye.
That was fun.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that was fun.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
that was. Yeah, so your grand prize winner is Christian Matlock out of Shedden, Ontario, up in Canada.
And
he's going to the U.S.
Colorado.
He's going- yeah.
Colorado.
That's so
good.
awesome too. That's just like, hey, let's go do something different.
Grand prize winner number 2 is Ben Erkenbrack out of Utah, and he's headed to BC. So it sounds like he's going to need to bring the big trailer because all of us are going.
We're all going.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a whole nother podcast while we're there. You better
Ooh,
get.
that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Have your skidoo people call skidoo people.
Get Carl.
you guys
Yeah.
figure it out.
Get it. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
Put this together. All right. Do you want? Can we have these 3 guys announce the next 3 prizes? Just the prize
Yes,
winners.
I want to give a little bit of insight into the next winner. I know him as well.
We're not calling him, are we? Or should we?
I haven't. We could try.
All right.
Should we try?
If you know him, we can try.
Yeah.
All right. Give your insight.
Did he texted you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's stoked.
He's pretty happy.
I told him we were going to call him about 12:30, so I could read you the text messages. He was like, "Dude, you're killing me. Are you going to call me?"
All right. Phone's ringing. So this is for the first prize, Marlon Explorer 2 sled deck, right?
Yeah. Yes. We may
He
have
probably thinks I'm spam.
well, or he's a guide, and they could be out on the snow.
This is Jake with Beartooth Riding Guides. Sorry I missed your call.
Leave my voicemail.
Please leave your name and phone number and a message, or you can text me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks. Bye.
Hey, Jake, this is Ryan Harris with SnoWest Magazine. We're live on the SnoWest Show podcast right now. We wanted to get you on the show and let you chat for a minute about Avalanche Alliance. You won a prize, so yeah, I'm not trying to call and sell you car insurance or get you to pay student loans or anything. Just I actually got some stuff to give you, so give us a call back. All right, take care, buddy. All right,
Awesome.
so just
can you
announce.
imagine getting that voicemail?
It's going to be good.
You're like, you wouldn't be able to dial fast enough.
Yeah, he
You know
doesn't
what I'm
know. He
saying?
doesn't know anything just yet. That's good.
Well, so we're probably not going to get him back on while we have the show. So you want to announce his
I'll
name, talk about the prize?
Yeah, so Jake Skeen, Cody, Wyoming. So Jake is actually an area instructor, and he is one of the benefactors of one of the scholarships from the Avalanche Alliance.
Oh, cool.
Very cool.
So pretty fitting. He's invested the last 3 years into advancing his Avalanche education and becoming a pro-level instructor. He operates Beartooth Guides up there out of that Beartooth range. Great country. In fact, him and I have been trying to put a trip together because I'd love to do some riding up there. We ride up there in the summer on the road bikes, and it's gorgeous country. So he's a stud. Known him for a couple of years. Very active in the industry, obviously, and giving back as well. He just completed his guide course with Brett Rasmussen last week. He was here. So, yeah, awesome that it's Jake that's winning that. Congrats to him. I can't wait to hear what he says.
All right. That's cool.
awesome.
All right, let's move on to the second prize. So I've got his number punched up here. One of you guys want to take this call?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'll do it.
See if we get lucky here with an answer. I think we got his fax machine. All right, so that's a no-go. Dan, you want to announce that?
Yeah. So second prize is Jay. Are we going to just say Abma?
That's what it looks like.
Abma. So Jay Abma. He is out of Leduc, Alberta, Canada, and he wins a climb gear package. I would imagine that's. Oh, look at this.
Looks like it's head to toe.
It's basically everything, including a backpack.
Yes, including a backpack.
Yeah.
His choice, whatever he wants, head to toe, whether it's 1 piece, 2 piece, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Jay, we tried to call you and we got your fax machine. So
Congratulations.
apologies for that.
That's more climb gear than Dan gets every year. So
That is
feel congratulated.
That is a massive package. Yeah, you did good.
All right. Last but not least, third place prize package. I'm going to call him up. I've got his number punched in here. Dave, I've got a feeling that this guy's a cat rider because he's from Austin, Texas. He's probably also a Cowboys fan.
Dude, look at his last name.
His name's Snowhorn.
It's just, it's like the best. I mean, he was destined to win this.
Okay, so Dave, you're taking this one.
Okay.
Let's see if he
Hi,
answers.
you've reached Josh
Oh,
Snow.
man. Leave a message.
Please leave a
Instant
message and
fail.
I'll call you back as soon as possible.
Do it.
Hey, Josh, this is David McClure, and we are live on the SnoWest podcast, and we're calling to let you know that you've won an award, the third prize package, the Backcountry Access Safety Package. When you put in for the Avalanche Alliance drawing, you won it. So congrats, and call us back. I don't know what number.
We'll keep trying to reach
call
out
me.
to you,
Yeah,
too.
so-
We got your number. So
Give him your number.
Yeah, Josh, so this is Ryan Harris with SnoWest Magazine. Somebody's going to get in touch with you from Avalanche Alliance and let you know the details of this. But yeah, we just tried to cold call you, but unfortunately it didn't get you. But yeah, you've won the third place prize package. So stay tuned. Somebody will get in touch with you. Thanks.
Go Cowboys.
He's going to think that's 100% a prank call.
Oh yeah.
There's a bunch of teenage guys that have got a hold of dad's cell phone. They're just going to start.
This
You
is
won a
what
prize.
telemarketers feel like. Like I should be a telemarketer.
This
This
is so
is fun.
good.
Oh man, we should start, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Arctic Cat need some telemarketing work? You know?
Yeah, should we start making phone calls?
We could just start calling everybody in my phone number. Just hey, you want to buy an Arctic Cat?
let's do it.
All right.
I have got an offer for you.
Yeah.
A special
so
price.
That third place prize winner was Josh Snowhorn out of Austin, Texas. Man, I wonder where he rides. I don't know.
So he's probably coming up and riding Colorado.
Probably.
Yeah, it's
There's a
probably-
few guys that do that, like that southern area, come up and ride Colorado.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up the prize winners. Again, we got Christian Matlock, our grand prize winner. He chose to ride with Matt Entz down in southern Colorado. Ben Erkenbrack out of Highland, Utah. He chose to ride. Well, he got the leftover prize of riding with Carl Kuster up at Carl Kuster Mountain Park in British Columbia. Jake Skeen, he won the first prize package, Marlon Explorer 2 sled deck. And Jay Abma out of Ledoux, Alberta, Canada. He won the second prize, which is a climb gear package, head to toe. And Josh Snowhorn out of Austin, Texas. He won the third prize, which is the Backcountry Access Safety Package. What else do we need to do here? Do you want to run down the sponsors? Thank everybody that's involved with that.
We've had a ton of support, and I think it's a good time too to talk about the side sweepstakes.
I forgot all about that.
And I almost did too. But through this whole process, every 2 weeks we did a side sweepstakes. We wanted to involve as many companies in the industry as we could, and we wanted to also provide additional motivation for people to buy additional tickets. And so every 2 weeks we brought on a additional partner who would give away a prize package. We basically partnered with 3 Avalanche instruction providing companies, and then 3 aftermarket snowboard companies. So Ice Age, Arctic Effects, SLP on that side. And then Brett Rasmussen kicked in with some instruction stuff on that side. And then Powder Pros did as well. So every 2 weeks we did a new one of those, and we want to thank them for their involvement. That did help boost some of the donations, and there were some lucky winners there as well. Plus all of the industry sponsors that we've had support from over the years. Of course, Dan's always been a huge supporter. Matt at Mountain Skills, Carl, CKMP this year. Marlon's been there. BCA, Aries been a huge partner of ours. Seat Concepts, Polaris, SOP, Ice Age again, Zebros, Flies helped us in the past a little bit. Snowtech Magazine, SnoWest Magazine. There's just, the list is huge, but just want to make sure we tell those guys thank you, appreciate all of their support. That goes a long ways. And one of the biggest things that they contribute is their reach, their network, helping us get the word out through their social media channels and websites and email blasts and things like that. Ryan's been such a huge part of that, volunteering, sending out emails, and obviously helping us with the SnoWest podcast and just all the resources you've donated. So thank you, Ryan, for everything you've done as well.
Yeah,
and again, Mark has always been willing to help us with any crazy idea we've got. He's come and taught classes. He's provided resources. He's been involved in presentations. So lots to the Avalanche community. Thank you to all those volunteer hours and those resources as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, everyone I'm looking at right here, and all those different companies, it just helps all of us at all the Avalanche Centers so much. Just to echo when we're trying to get messages out about changes in conditions. Thank you to everyone.
It's a big group.
It is a big group.
Yep, team effort. Big family.
Effort, yeah.
Awesome.
And it's just so impressive that it's generated in 5 years, $750,000.
And I want to mention one more sponsor too. So we don't hear about this much stuff in the West, but the Hunter Hool Foundation has been a huge supporter of the Avalanche Alliance. They've made donations every year. They've given a ton back to the snowmobile community. I know Dave knows that family well. Great family. The loss of Hunter Hool a few years ago. And so they've chosen to give back, and they do it in the remembrance of Rob Kincaid every year. So I want to say a special thanks to them as well, to that family for everything they've donated. They've been a continual support to us, and we want to say thank you. Awesome.
You want to tease next year's setup yet? I mean, you don't have prizes and everything lined out, but
yeah.
Next year's sweepstakes.
You know what? We've got some ideas. We'll be back again next year. We want to change it up a little bit. I think it'd be fun to get some ideas on what people would like to see for prizes. So shoot us some ideas, make some comments. Let's see who can come up with some creative stuff, and we'll take that stuff into consideration. Maybe we'll switch it up a little bit next year.
I got a suggestion.
Let's hear it.
How about Dave plows your driveway for the whole year?
That's a great idea.
As long as it's in Swan Valley, we're good. I'll do
Or
it.
he could donate like free landscaping services to your house.
Don't even.
And free asphalt.
I can already tell where this is headed. Knock it off. You're going down a weird road.
That's only if it's in Hawaii.
Wait a minute. Do we know anybody that does excavation? Because we could get that too. As free.
I work for free all the time already. So
Nice.
All right.
We got a pretty good team here. You could excavate it, I landscape it. You
we could get some
asphalt it.
A good prize going.
Yeah.
And I could get you guys all jackets while you're doing it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh wait, I already do.
Brock could build the
Anything
house.
for a hat, really.
Yeah, we get a lot of stuff going here, man.
Hey, Brent, are you here for a podcast? I'm here for some construction. Or are you?
Yeah, we got some manual labor about to happen here, so.
Okay. I just was wondering if he was early because he was late last time. So
that's about how it goes.
Yeah.
You never know.
Is he late for the construction?
No, he's on time. He's early.
Wow.
He's been making up for past time. All right, Ryan Harris with SnoWest Magazine, the SnoWest Show, powered by Trails West RPM. I want to say thanks to everybody involved with the Avalanche Alliance. Dustin, who's here, John Summers, who's not here, Matthew Vermer doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Thanks to Mark Staples from Gallatin Avalanche Center for driving down from Bozeman, Montana, through the storm, through the rain, making it here on time. We got Mason Rutledge, Skidoo Ambassador, Dan Adams of Next Level Writing Clinics, on to new projects, on to new writing time, like a lot of exciting things there. We'll get you in here for another show.
Whole other podcast, yeah.
Yeah, whole other podcast there. David McClure with Arctic Cat, climb backcountry rider, world champion snowmobile hill climber. Thanks for coming over as well, too.
And we need to mention, too, Vicky with Airy.
Yeah, Vicky.
John Farian and Jeff with Airy as well. They've been a huge, huge part of what we're doing here. Airy's been a great partner helping us manage the money side of things and just get some of the word out and the management of that side. So thank you to Airy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And to all you watching at home, thanks for tuning in, checking out, and learning what the Avalanche Alliance is all about. Watch for those sweepstakes. That announcement will come out around haydays, typically, next year. And then the window is definitely normally from 1st of September to mid-December. So watch for that opportunity. Watch for those prize packages coming up next year. Going to be some cool stuff to win. And all the funds go to the great services and locations. So with that, we'll sign off. And thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
you.
See ya.